What's happening, guys? This is the Grand Master of Faster, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. In the last episode, we met Din, the Oracle of Seasons, only for her to get captured by Onox, the General of Darkness. We also met the Maku Tree and learned we had to collect the 8 essences of nature in order to save Din and restore the seasons to as they once were. And in this episode, we are going to go to the very first dungeon of the game. But before we do that, I want to show off a few things. First of all, if we go inside this house, hey, look, it's Bippin and Blossom! Long time no see, guys! And check out Kirby, their son, he's grown up. This actually leads to something pretty interesting. Depending on what choices you made when you played the first game in terms of Bippin and Blossom's son, how he will grow up will be changed. So right now he runs all over the place, but depending on what you chose, he can also become a gardener like Bippin, and he'll give you Gasha seeds, which is in my opinion probably the best result. I really don't know what determines, I really don't know which combination of choices determines what outcome, but it's something to keep in mind, and I might go over it in a future video. But for now, I want to head to the west of Horon Village. Now there's something I should mention. If you choose Seasons as your first game, then unlike Ages, you won't start off holding the sword. Instead, you have to go to a place called the Hero's Cave and get it. And it's very, very simple. You just stand on switches, push blocks, and then you get the winged sword right off the bat. But in a linked game of Seasons, we can see that the Hero's Cave is quite a bit different. By the way, inside this chest is 20 rupees. Very nice. As you can see, there are a lot of pots, and this cave is quite complicated. As such, we cannot fully complete the Hero's Cave until we have obtained every single item in the game. This also stands true for a linked game of Oracle of Seasons. There is a Hero's Cave in that game as well, and just like that, you'll need all the items before you can complete it. I might go over the Hero's Cave and Oracle of Seasons as a bonus video once the project is over, because it's pretty crazy. Some of those puzzles are fiendish, let me say. Alright, now there's one more thing I want to take care of. Well, actually, no, I can't, because I can't enter the Maku Tree at this point. So, without further ado, let us travel to the first dungeon, which is actually a lot closer than you think it is. Okay. If you're ever lost and don't know what to do, then talk to Impa. She'll point you in the right direction. A gnarled root? Go straight from here. I am sure I saw one there. Go with caution. Yes, indeed we shall. But first oh, actually, I just remembered. I want to head to the shop first. I'm sorry for trolling you guys, but I want to get this thing taken care of. Let's go to the shop and buy this Gasha seed, because we love Gasha seeds. That is just the bottom line there. And there is a shield, but unfortunately we cannot get it at this point because we don't have enough rupees. However, I'm sure that we will have enough rupees once we finish the first dungeon. Okay, so now we are ready to complete the first dungeon. Okie dokie, let us go. And we want to head up and then to the left. That definitely looks like a gnarled root to me. I wonder what happens when we put the key in the keyhole. Wow, cool! But anyways, presenting Level 1 Gnarled Root Dungeon. And like any first dungeon of Zelda, it's pretty easy. In fact, I'm willing to say that it's even easier than Spirit's Grave. And that was a really easy dungeon. I guess this one is pathetically easy. I'm gonna try and stop saying the word easy. But anyway, we have our first key, and let's move that block and head up, where we meet an old man? I wonder what he has to say. Return light to unlit torches. That is a clue that relates to the dungeon item, so we'll want to keep that in mind. So let's head to the left and destroy all these Stalfos. Oddly appropriate that we're dealing with skeletons, and tomorrow, as of the date this video is being recorded, is Halloween. Okay, we have the dungeon map. And if we check the dungeon map, we're going to find something that's a little bit interesting. Okay, check out the dungeon layout. Does it look familiar? No, it's not an upside-down umbrella. It's the exact same layout as the Eagle Labyrinth, which was the very first dungeon in the original Legend of Zelda on the NES. This is not a coincidence, though, because Oracle of Seasons was originally going to be a remake of the classic NES Zelda game for the Game Boy Color. However, as the project continued on, Nintendo and Capcom said, you know, instead of doing that, let's make it a new Zelda game with subtle tributes to the classic ones. And as you can see, it turned out really well. Unfortunately, this does lead to complaints that the bosses are just reused from previous Zelda games. And those complaints aren't unwarranted, they are. The majority of the bosses in this game are remakes. Okay, and speaking of classic Zelda items, here's the compass. Very nice. And we can see we have 4 chests left to collect. Alright, we want to hit this switch so the tracks are oriented in the correct direction. So let's go for a little ride, shall we? Halloween is tomorrow. And that's good because Halloween is without question one of my favorite times of year. Because I love dressing up. I do it at conventions and I do it at Halloween. Alright, in here we got 10 bombs. Unfortunately, I won't be here to greet the trick-or-treaters because I unfortunately have work. But I hope my family will treat them nice. Okay, let's step on this switch and get another key. It's a good thing that we got bombs because there is a bombable wall close by. Alright, let's hurl that bomb. There we go. Only to be greeted by a room full of blade traps. One thing I don't think I've mentioned before is that the color of the blade trap will determine its speed. The red spinning ones are obviously the slowest, and the yellow trap is the fastest. Don't believe me? Yeah. Okay, gotta fake these guys out, unlock the door, and time for a mini-boss. Growl! You cannot pass! What are you, Gandalf? No, they are the Goria brothers. All they do is run around and toss a boomerang at one another. And really, that's all you need to do. Easy as pie. With them out of the way, let us head to the left, and that staircase is going to lead to the dungeon item. But I can't remember which block you have to push. Oh, there we go. And if we head downstairs, we are going to be reunited with an old friend from Oracle of Ages. Yeah, we've got the seed satchel, and it has 20 ember seeds. I really don't know why Link didn't take his seed satchel that he got in Labyrinth with him to Holodrum. But it's video game logic, what can you expect? In fact, that's a recurring theme with a lot of games. In future installments, you're forced to go back and recollect the items you obtained in previous games. I think the worst offender in that category is definitely Metroid, but Zelda comes close. And I think, yeah, we might have enough time to go ahead and fight the boss. We're almost done with the dungeon, so I might as well. And I just realized I could have used the teleportal. Wow, I'm an idiot. Oh well, the dungeon really isn't that big, so it's not terrible. Okay, let's go, move this block and yeah. I have to use the teleportal, don't I? Wait, no I don't. I can just destroy the moblins. Okay, maybe I will have to use the teleportal. Well, on second thought, I think now is a good time to end the video. So next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, we are going to continue on through the Gnarled Root Dungeon, fight the boss, and get the first essence. Once again, please be sure to leave a like or comment below and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. See you guys next time.